Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Surplus Wisdom. Today, I'm diving into a topic that's deeply personal and incredibly important: 15 things I regret moving into a nursing home. If you or a loved one are considering this choice, you won't want to miss what I have to say. Trust me, the truth can be eye-opening. At 75, I've gained a wealth of experience about life, but there's one decision I deeply regret: moving into a nursing home. At some point in life, many of us face the difficult decision of whether to move into a nursing home. For some, it may seem like the safest and most convenient option, especially when health issues arise. However, as I reflect on my own experience, I realize that there are numerous regrets that come with this choice. At the time, it seemed like the right choice for me. My family encouraged it, promising that I'd have all the care and comfort I needed. I believed them, but once I got there, I realized that the reality was nothing like what I had imagined. Here are 15 hard truths I wish I had known before making the leap into a nursing home. Regret 1. Losing my independence. One of the most significant shocks after moving into a nursing home was the loss of my independence. I had always enjoyed the freedom to make my own choices: when to wake up, what to eat, and how to spend my day. In the nursing home, everything was scheduled for me. I found myself waiting for permission to take a walk or even to eat, which made me feel like a child again. The small freedoms I had taken for granted were suddenly stripped away. Regret 2. Losing my sense of purpose. At home, I had responsibilities and hobbies that gave my life meaning. I watered my plants, cooked meals, and engaged in activities that kept me motivated. In the nursing home, those daily rituals disappeared. Meals were prepared for me, and I had little to no say in how my day unfolded. I quickly realized that without a sense of purpose, life felt aimless and unfulfilling. Regret 3. Feeling forgotten. When I first moved in, my family promised to visit regularly. Initially, they kept their word, but as time went on, those visits became less frequent. Life got busy for them, and I found myself sitting alone, watching the world outside continue without me. It's easy for loved ones to assume you're doing fine when they don't see you every day. The loneliness can be overwhelming, and it's a harsh reality that many residents face. Regret 4. Limited personal space. Not everyone gets a private room in a nursing home. They often provide shared rooms or limited personal space, which could be a significant adjustment for those used to living alone or in larger homes. The lack of privacy can lead to discomfort and a sense of being crowded, making it difficult to feel at home. Sharing a space with someone else can be challenging, especially if you don't get along. I was fortunate to have a kind roommate, but I heard stories from others who had loud or unclean roommates. The lack of personal space can lead to frustration and discomfort, making it hard to feel at home. Regret 5. Declining health faster than expected. Before moving in, I was relatively healthy and active. However, the transition to a nursing home led to a rapid decline in my physical health. With everything done for me, I stopped moving as much. I noticed that my legs felt weaker, and simple tasks became increasingly difficult. The lack of physical activity took a toll on my body, and I began to feel like a shadow of my former self. Regret 6. The difficulty of leaving. When I first moved in, I thought it would be a temporary arrangement. However, I quickly realized that leaving was not as simple as I had imagined. Once I settled in, the idea of returning home became daunting. My independence had diminished, and I was no longer confident in my ability to live alone. The longer I stayed, the harder it became to envision life outside the nursing home. Regret 7. Loss of privacy and dignity. Moving into a nursing home meant sacrificing my privacy. I was no longer able to close my bedroom door and enjoy solitude. Staff members frequently entered my room for checks, and even basic activities like dressing or using the bathroom required assistance. This constant lack of privacy made me feel vulnerable and stripped away my dignity. Regret 8. The cost of care. Nursing homes can be incredibly expensive. Many people underestimate the financial burden that comes with this choice. The costs can quickly drain savings, and for some, it may lead to financial instability. It's essential to consider whether you can afford long-term care without jeopardizing your financial future. Regret 9. The emotional toll. The emotional impact of moving into a nursing home is often overlooked. The feelings of isolation, loss, and helplessness can weigh heavily on residents. I found myself grappling with sadness and anxiety, which affected my overall well-being. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and the transition can be emotionally challenging. Regret 10. The stigma of nursing homes. There's a stigma associated with living in a nursing home that can be hard to shake. Many people view it as a last resort or a sign of failure. This perception can lead to feelings of shame and embarrassment for residents. It's crucial to recognize that seeking help is not a weakness, but rather a necessary step for some individuals. Regret 11. The loss of familiarity. Moving into a nursing home meant leaving behind the comforts of home. My favorite chair, my books, and the little things that made my space feel like mine were gone. The sterile environment of the nursing home felt cold and uninviting. Familiarity is essential for emotional well-being, and losing that connection can be disheartening. Regret 12. The impact on family dynamics. The decision to move into a nursing home can strain family relationships. My children had to take on new responsibilities, and I felt like a burden. The dynamics shifted, and I often worried about how my choice affected them. It's essential to communicate openly with family members about the implications of this decision. Regret 13. The challenge of finding community. While nursing homes often promote a sense of community, it can be challenging to form genuine connections with other residents. Many individuals are dealing with their own struggles, and it can be difficult to find common ground. I found myself longing for the deep friendships I had cultivated over the years, which made the transition even harder. Regret 14. The reality of caregiver burnout. The staff in nursing homes work incredibly hard, but they are often stretched thin. The reality is that caregivers can experience burnout, which affects the quality of care provided. I witnessed moments where staff members were overwhelmed, leading to less personalized attention. It's essential to recognize that while they're doing their best, the system can be flawed. Regret 15. The importance of advocacy. Finally, one of the most significant lessons I learned was the importance of advocacy. Residents must advocate for themselves and their needs, which can be challenging in a nursing home setting. I realized that I had to speak up for my preferences and desires, whether it was about meal choices or activity schedules. It's crucial to remain proactive and engaged in your care. Moving into a nursing home is a life-altering decision that comes with many regrets and hard truths. While it may seem like a safe and convenient option, it's essential to consider the impact on your independence, health, and emotional well-being. Before making this choice, take the time to reflect on what you might be giving up and explore alternatives that allow you to maintain your freedom and dignity. If you or a loved one is facing this decision, I encourage you to weigh the pros and cons carefully. Life is precious, and the choices we make should reflect our values and desires. Remember, it's never too late to seek help while holding on to the things that make life meaningful. As I look back, I wish I had considered these hard truths before moving into a nursing home. While it may seem like a safe option, the impact on your independence, health, and emotional well-being is significant. If you found this video enlightening, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Surplus Wisdom, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. And I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. What resonates with you the most? Your experiences matter, and together we can support one another in making informed decisions. Thank you for watching, and remember, your choices today can shape a fulfilling tomorrow. See you next time.